As you know, I love our veterans. We support our veterans. We do a lot of different things around the area and all year long, supporting our veterans and the veteran community. And I went through last year and got certified as a veteran mortgage advisor. Went through a course, a lot of hours, a lot of great information. And I get on a call with some of the other folks around the country that are part of this group and chat about, learn about what's going on in the world of the veteran world and what are some of the biggest concerns, questions, and myths. So today we're going to tackle a myth, or maybe just educate you on the issue. VA eligibility. Who is eligible for that VA loan? So we got a group of people, obviously veterans. So what are the service requirements? So if you're in World War II, September 15th, 1940 to July 25th, 1947, 90 continuous days. Peacetime, 181 days. That was from in the late 40s as well. Korean War, 90 days service. Post-Korean War, 181 days. Vietnam, 90 days. Post-Vietnam, 181 days. That would be in the May of 75 to September of 80. Got another one for post-Vietnam from September of 80 to August of 92 years service. Persian Gulf from August 2nd of 1990, and that's undetermined when that one will end. 2 years or a period called into active duty, not less than 90 days. So that's your eligibility on the Persian Gulf. Other eligible persons, active duty members, 90 continuous days, 181 during peacetime. Active reserve or National Guard, 6 years selected reserves with 16 points. Unmarried surviving spouse, no time requirement. Veteran must have died on active duty or from a service-connected disability. POW, MIA spouse, veteran must be in POW or MIA for 90 days. Those are the basics of who's eligible. Now, one of the things that we talk about in the group, the key to the whole thing is the certificate of eligibility. Certificate of eligibility. If you're talking to a lender and they're saying, we know VA loans inside and out, ask them ask them when they're going to be pulling the COE, certificate of eligibility. Right? That's a big, big question. If they've asked you for the DD-214 and you're still active, you might want to scratch your head a little bit. Just throw that out there for you. Common myths. You can only have one VA loan at a time. Not true. If you foreclosure on a VA loan, you can never have another loan. Well, let me go back because I'm missing some things right here. Yeah, that's not true either. The VA has a maximum loan limit. Can we get that buzzer one more time? So those are myths. We're going to start working on dispelling some of these myths right here, right now. So you can only have one VA loan at a time. That's not true. So what if you got a loan and your service location has changed? Maybe you need to get another, you want to live still and it's a little bit of a commute if you were transferred from Texas to Camp Pendleton. Maybe a little difficult. So yes, you can have more than one loan. There's two different sets of entitlement. You've got your basic entitlement, then you've got your bonus or extended entitlement. Got to understand both of those. Basic entitlement is really just what it says. It's a $36,000 entitlement, a guarantee. So that's basically for the first $144,000 of loan amount. I know that's not getting you a whole heck of a lot here in California. Our prices are just a little bit above that. But what about the bonus entitlement? Yeah, you can go above that. You can get more. You can almost go unlimited. Depends on the lender and their lender overlays. But the VA basically says you can pretty much go unlimited. And there are calculations out there. We understand the calculations. Our team understands the calculations. I actually wanted to confirm with our tremendous underwriter. So I did send her a message this morning, And this is the reason why we're able to get loans, as I mentioned to you earlier, with cooperation, contract to clear to close. I think the one that we're just promoting is 7 days. Does it happen that way all the time? No, but it can if we really need to. So I do know of a situation where a gentleman, in this case, had a VA loan while he was active duty. He was in Virginia, I think, or East Coast somewhere, maybe in the Carolinas. And he ended up short selling the property when he got his dishonorable discharge because he moved back to California. And so my question to our tremendous underwriter, Lori, was what happens in this case with how much of a loan to value, what is their amount that they can get when they move to California and want to start their life, their career outside the military? Well, again, based on eligibility, this is not an offered loan, but she's told me that we've been able to get 100% loan to value, even though there was still that short sale that was done 10 years ago, 8 years ago, something like that. So be aware, not everybody understands the guidelines as well as everybody else. It's like every other situation. There are people that are extremely good at what they do. There are people that talk about what they do. So just a little bit of a word to the wise right there. If you are a veteran or a military spouse and you think you've got eligibility, give us a call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Our team can take care of getting the answer to that real quick. It's not a long process to find out if you've got that eligibility available and how much eligibility you have. So we've got the calculator. I'm not going to go through the whole calculator with you on there. If you foreclose on a VA loan, you can never use it again. I think I just dispelled that myth. Yes, you can use it again. A lot of people think that, well, whatever you owed the VA or whatever the amount was that they had to pay on your behalf, that's taken off of your eligibility. Well, Lori tells me that may not be the case in all situations, and she's already had that. Used to be that it was pretty cut and dry when you had a limit. County lending limit was the limit that you could do on your VA loan for 100% loan to value. You could always go higher than that. You just had to pay a fraction of the difference above that. No, it's a different calculation. I'm not going to go into it right now because there's no need to. That rule has changed. So we're not going to deal with that part of it. What is the VA loan guarantee? Basically, what the Veterans Administration is doing for eligible veterans or active duty, is they're guaranteeing that top 25% of the loan. So if you've got $1 million loan and you want to go in with no down payment, what the VA is saying is 25%, $250,000 of that, they will guarantee. Why? Well, because they make the assumption that if you don't pay, the VA is going to pay that 25%, and the lien holder can liquidate the property, recover the difference. Now, if they liquidate and can liquidate it for 90% or 80%, the VA is going to cover the shortage to get down so that they have that to the 25. So in the instance of 90%, you sell it for $1 million property, sold for 900,000, or short sale, went to foreclosure, went for 900,000. Well, the VA is on the hook for 150,000. The lender's going to get back their full 750 that above that. That's where the numbers come in from. Just want to throw that out there for you. So the VA is protecting the lender to make sure they get whole. That's all it is. They're going to the lender's not going to make money on it. They're going to get whole. So I think I said that wrong in that last one. If they sell it for 900,000, then the VA is coming in with the extra 100 to make sure they get back to that $1 million mark of what they lent the money on. So the bottom line there is, again, I just want to make sure the VA is there to make sure they're whole up to a 25% amount. So that's where those numbers come from. Restoring eligibility. So yes, once you sell that property, your eligibility goes back. The VA loan is assumable. Ideally, you want to have it assumed by another veteran who's using their eligibility. So once they take over your loan with their eligibility, Well, now you got a big benefit, a beauty there, because it's going to restore your entitlement, and it's going to use up a little bit of their entitlement, or whatever amount of their entitlement is still remaining on that. So you want to make sure that you get that to posted on WebLGY or form, again, 261880. Want to make sure that that gets done so that you get your full eligibility back. The VA loan is not meant as a investment program, but some people tend to use it that way. So again, in that scenario I used before, you're in Texas and get transferred to California, you could keep that property in Texas and rent it out. Maybe you'll make some money on it. Maybe it'll appreciate. Come to California, use the bonus eligibility, and you continue using that, and you continue benefiting. So now you've really got two loans. Now the idea here is, don't go and buy a $250,000 condo in Orange County with your VA benefit. Wait 2 years, do a new loan, conventional loan, and use your VA eligibility, and then do it over and over and over and over again. That's not what it's geared for. So we want to make sure that you're checking with us on those type issues to make sure that we get you all the right information. Now, we do have some other topics that we're going to be getting into in the days and weeks to come. BAH, changing station and residual income on your VA loans. But that's just a little bit of VA eligibility. I call it 101. We didn't go deep. Just gave you a little bit of a higher level. And if you want to go deep on that, give us a call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. We'll get you specific information from our team.